Sarah Jacobson, Marketing Artfully. So today we're going to talk about long tail keywords in Etsy and what that means. And so very first thing I want to do is I want to talk about Chris Anderson, and he's the man that invented long tail keywords. And what he did was he looked at Amazon in the early days, and it was books then. And what he said was, the best sellers are over here and they're way up here in the sales, and then it goes down and then it goes way out in sales volume, right? So way down here in sales volume with one a month or one a year, one every whatever is the lowest book, and then the sales volume up here is really high. But what he found was that Amazon sold more in the lowest 80% of sales than they did in the best sellers, or some number close to that. And what that means is that you are going to do much better on a sales volume if you can rank for an exact long tail keyword that somebody is looking for than you would if you ranked #1 for sandals, or you ranked #1 for necklaces, or you ranked #1 for desk, right? So desk, sandals, necklaces would be the top of the long tail. And if you could get the top of the long tail, you think, oh my gosh, if I was #1 for necklaces, I would sell so much more, and you might sell more. But the problem with that would be the same as if I ranked #1 for marketing. It's not the best thing to be ranked for. You get lots of volume, but most of the people that are going there aren't looking for the brand of marketing that I'm doing. If I did long tail Etsy keyword research, I'm going to get a lot less traffic, but the traffic that I get is going to be Etsy sellers who are the people that I'm trying to attract. So hopefully that helps to start to explain what the long tail is. The long tail is everything after kind of the best sellers that you get way down here, and that there's lower sales volume, but that sales volume is way more specific. So today I'm going to show you how to do long tail research. So I searched for sandals because I'm having a hard time putting sandals on my feet because I don't like them. So then you get here, and if you were to click on leather sandals, so sandals is the keyword. And if you're selling a pair of sandals, yes, you want to have that maybe 1 or 2 times in your title, but then you're covered. You got it. So sandals is our first keyword. We're absolutely going to do that. And I don't think anybody buys one sandal. We could check it, but I don't think the singular of sandals is really a thing. So we're going to go with, we need to have sandals. Then if we click on leather sandals, we find out that leather sandals is a thing, right? So now I'm looking at leather sandals. So now we have 2 words, leather sandals. Now, Etsy recommends the next thing is leather sandals women. Makes sense, right? Is it leather sandals for men, or is it leather sandals for women? Okay. Oh, now we got it. Is it a brown leather sandal? Is it Greek leather sandals? So leather sandals, women, brown is a long tail keyword, right? And then if you click on that, we're at the end. So anytime you can do that, get to the end of Etsy, that's excellent. So you know that leather sandals, women, brown is something that people would be searching for. All right, so now we know that leather sandals, women, brown is a thing. But how does that help us, right? Like just basically in Etsy, how does that help us? And luckily we have Marmalead, because then we can do searches. And the thing about Marmalead is that they're going to show us search volumes for each of these keywords. So if we do sandals, there's 2,000 to 3,000 searches a month. The engagement is, so for every person that looks at a pair of sandals, does a search for a pair of sandals, they look at between like 1.75 and 2 listings, which is good. Now what's bad is the competition, right? So we know from doing our research that the sandals were like, there were billions of sandals. So then we go to leather sandals. So now this is really interesting. You think, remember I told you that having the head of the long tail might be bad? more people search for leather sandals, 4,000 to 5,000, than search for just sandals. And that's because people know that if you just do a search for sandals, you're probably not going to get it. And this looks really good. So we have 4,000 to 5,000 searches a month. They're looking at, 1.75 to 2 listings approximately. And then the competition isn't that bad. So we got greens all over the place. So just by going to that one extra word, it made it a lot better. So now here we go. Isn't this interesting? So leather sandals women. Now we're not seeing as many searches, right? Now we've gotten down into the yellow. So the thought is that you want to have all greens, right? Well, you can't do that, because if you had leather sandals and you had, I suppose we could do brown sandals, which I think we do in a minute, and we had handmade sandals. So you could have 10, let's say 10 of green keywords, but you would be repeating that top level keyword over and over again, and that doesn't help you. And I'm going to show you about Longtail in actual stats in a wee little bit. But so if we're looking at that, so we have leather sandals women, and then this is our leather, I'm in the way, sorry. And then this is our leather sandals women brown. So this tells us that the competition is relatively the same. The engagement is lower, and that is not as good. So now let's go over, sorry, I'm sure you're getting dizzy with me moving all over. So this one is leather sandals women brown. There we go again. So there's only 3,000 competition and 0 to 50. So you can see 0 to 50 and think that that isn't very good, right? And then if you do brown leather sandals women, it gets worse. Now, if you go to just brown sandals, then it gets better again, right? There's 150 to 200. The engagement on brown sandals women, on brown sandals is much better, right? Before we were saying 1.75 to 2 views for each time it came up. Now we have, I'm really bad at math, guys. Oh, now we have like 5 times, right? Or 10 times almost. So brown sandals, if I was going to do 2 of repeating the keyword, I would say maybe handmade leather sandals, women's brown sandals, right? So then you're making long tail keywords, but you're including those really cool key phrases. And then I wouldn't use sandals again, okay? Because you got it twice in there. So this is brown leather sandals and the engagement. So once you get down to the long tails, now it's going to be about really describing your item so that when you come up in search, you get, like somebody goes, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I've been looking for. So how do you find other keyword terms without thinking? So first off, Marmalead, if you do a search in here and you do, let's do brown leather sandals, right? It's going to give us ideas based on keywords that are being searched and that other people are using in Etsy. So that's good. It's nice to have. We had our competition with 4,000, not many searches a month. I always take a peek at the pictures to make sure that they really are similar to what I'm selling. And then we're going to come down here, and here's some tags we could think about using. So leather sandals, brown leather sandals. But even when I'm doing this, you kind of get there and you go, Greek sandals is a really big thing, just in case you're selling sandals. I've seen it a couple times. So we got strappy and Greek. So I added 2 words. Now that isn't all that helpful, right? And you can keep going down and you'll find some more down here. I love looking down here. Boho, if it's right, gladiator, summer sandals. That's a good one. So you can go through here, but then you might even get to the end of Marmalead and go, oh, I don't really have any other good ideas. So if you do a search for sandals in Google, and you come all the way down here, you'll see that there's a problem with using Google as opposed to using Marmalead. When you're using Marmalead, you're using Etsy information as opposed to general in the wild information. So we have to go one level deeper to see sandals, shoes, right? And now we see, and I got it right here, of course, for you. Now we have sandals, shoes. Now we have other things that we could do. Oh, is it a flat? Is it comfortable? Is it a comfort sandal? Is it a dress sandal? Is it strappy? I mean, like here, now we're really cute, right? Now we're really starting to get into some keywords that we could be using as additional keywords for our sandals. How does this work? So let's do strappy, flat, and cute. So then I would come back to Marmalead and I would say, because now you want to know, like, because you want to kind of go front to back, is it strappy? If I could type, I would be unstoppable. Strappy sandals, cute sandals, or flat sandals. So then I would do this. Because eventually you're going to run out of words, right, that you can use. And so you want to then start the hierarchy of all the other words that you could use and see which ones are the best. So it looks like a lot of, like, people are searching for it, but I feel like that competition is crazy. Like, a lot of people are using strappy sandal, but, you know, I guess this is about the same. There's about 8,000 flat sandals. I think cute is an opportunity, so I would definitely put that either in my title or my tags and make sure I had that there. And so this will give you an idea. Maybe you decide you're not going to use cute because you don't want to do it because nobody's searching for it. But, and I'll show you in a wee minute, this is how. One of the things that nobody understands is that 15% of all Google searches every day to this day have never been done before. And that is shocking. So we don't know what people are actually going to be searching for once they get into that search process. They may get down to, what did we say? Leather sandals, women brown. And then they may be like, oh yeah, I do want leather sandals, women brown, but I want something cute and strappy. Right? And so if you had both cute and strappy, then you would rank higher than somebody that didn't have cute or didn't have strappy. Okay? So we got our Google thing where we can kind of get some ideas. You put them down. I have an SEO sheet. I'll link it underneath here. I just noted on my SEO sheet. So then I always head over to Pinterest because Pinterest is where ladies go to dream about sandals, right? And this is super exciting because now we got all kinds of things. So we have comfortable. I am not looking for comfortables. I don't care about comfortable. Summer. So let's see what summer sandals look like. Now this is where you can kind of start to finesse your own self and to go, oh yeah, my sandals aren't summery. They're not, like, these are very, they're very strappy, right? So you would say, well, you know, I don't know that I would say summery. Those are strappy. Let's, you know, are my sandals more boho-y? Okay, boho-y means flowers, different colors, maybe some henna tattoos. So now you kind of even start to know what you're going to have to do to model them. Like, do you have to? No. So you don't really need to. You don't have to have a model on them. Now, I would think on the gladiators, you might have to have a model on them. So this is Sandals Boho Gladiator. And they seem to have models because if they didn't, they would be all smushed like that and not look so cute. But those are standing up. So those are ways that you can find either even other ones. And you can do the same thing with Pinterest as you did with Etsy and go to the end of Pinterest. So you're going to say sandals. And I'm going to say, where's leather? Because I want leather sandals. Do we not? Oh, there's leather. So leather sandals. And see, it's leather sandals, not sandals leather. And then I want flat. I want flat because I need to have flat. Okay, now I have boho casual, men's gladiator, vintage, comfortable, handmade, brown. I want brown. So right now we're still getting here. So now what do we have? Summer keeps coming up. You may want to put summer in. flip-flops to me are totally different from sandals, but I think maybe I'm just stressed about sandals. Ankle strap, that's cool. So if yours had, so this is where you can really start finessing those long tail keywords. Okay. And then at the end of the day, you need to go into your own shop stats and start looking at things. So if you were to look at my shop stats from last month, I made $648, right? Which is nice. I don't really work very hard on this. It just sits there and churns out money for me because it's a digital product site. Okay, so now we're going to do this. We're going to look at, I get the most views for Paperly People, which is my brand name, but my next one is real estate. So I got 19 views from real estate, and you think to yourself, God, like, how would I sell anything if I only had 19 views? But then you look at the very next one is real estate marketing. Okay, and then we have real estate planner. So if you add those together, I'm up to 3542. And then you come to your next page and you go, any real estates? Real estate agent planner. And you have 3. So now I'm up to, bad at math, I'm not going to do it. We're just going to play along together. And then we have real estate agent. And then we have, okay, and I have 25 pages of these. So if you go to all the way back here, you're going to find all kinds of long, like real estate tracker. So I need to have tracker in there. You want to come back here and see what other ones you have. And this is how, so I have 25 pages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I had 2,500 different keywords for my products last month. And there is no way that I could think of 2,500 different ways. Let's go somewhere in the middle. Let's go to like 14. 14's kind of middly. So here they're looking for YouTube video, organized printablers. Like they spelled it wrong. They want printable writing paper. Now I'm starting to think about like product development as I'm going through these. That would be really easy to make, kind of fun, printable writing paper. You know, Franklin Covey, if I wanted to make them in a Franklin Covey size, realtor planner. I'm not allowed to use realtor because it is a copyrighted, protected, trademark protected term. eBay inventory tracker. So if I didn't have that on that product. So this is how you go through and you find your long tail keywords. If you liked this video, please give it a like, a thumbs up, because that really does help. Also, leave questions below. I answer all my questions. And if you like videos like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Tara Jacobson, Marketing Artfully.